Mm-hmm.
So, my name is Prince Okemezu. Joining me this afternoon to discuss the Biafran and Mazop issue is Ijele Speaks. For some time now, we've been keenly watching the situation in our country, particularly in our tribe. And it is disheartening to note that few people have decided to put the entire community, the entire tribe of over 50 million people in bondage in the name of fighting for Biafra. I am sure, as I keep on saying, and my brother here, Ijele, is saying the same thing. We are Biafran by origin. We share the same historical heritage. Our fathers fought for Biafra. Our uncles did so, and most of them died for this same cause. We are all Igbos, and nobody can love Igbo more than you. Nobody can love yourself more than you do for yourself. And for somebody to tell you to sit down there and tell you that you cannot decide or you have no voice on what happens in our community, I mean, is unacceptable. So this afternoon, we have come to air our view. As I said in my last post, we have been called names. We've been called criminals. People said we are being sponsored by government. I am sure Ijele, my brother, can say the same thing. Nobody has given us any funding, and we don't care. We are not billionaires. We are not that rich, but we are comfortable. Having said that, we cannot keep quiet and watch this evil continue in our domain. Don't say this, leave Kanu alone, leave Kanu alone. I cannot leave Kanu alone because what happens in Igbo land happens to I and you. If there is a problem, everybody will be affected. So for somebody to say, oh, don't mind them, leave them alone, don't do whatever, leave them to continue what they're doing is a mistake. Because this ridicule that is taking place and this mockery is affecting every one of us. Nobody's spared. And that is why we must all come together with one voice and condemn the evil of IPOB and what Kanu is doing. So I'm inviting my brother Ijele Speak to make his introductory remarks.
Oh, my brother, I thank you, Prince Okemezu, for inviting me. It's my pleasure to appear on your program. My name, as always, everybody would have known by now, is Mazi Chukwuka Chizoromo Febu. I'm the owner of the page Ijele Speaks. Like I used to tell people, I'm the person most evil people love to hate. And I wear it as a badge of honor because I once heard a man say, judge me by the quality of my enemies. So if I have a lot of evil people considering me their enemies, believe me, I will still wear it as a badge of honor. Like I've always told people, I'm not going around looking for trouble, but I will not run away from one. I'm not going around looking for who to oppress, but I refuse to accept oppression. I will always fight it wherever I see it. As a bona fide Igbo man, I will live by my culture. I will live by my tradition, which is say your mind, say what you believe in, and stand behind this. Never back down from a mob. Never capitulate to any tyrant. We hate tyranny, we hate oppression, and that's what I am here to do online every time, like every other place, whether here on my own platform or anywhere I'm invited to speak. That's what I always do. So With that being said, again, my name is Chukwuka Chizomo Febu, the owner of Ijele Speaks, as the name on your screen would have told you by now. Thank you, my brother, for having me this evening. It's my pleasure being here.
Ijele, before we continue, I will have one question, because most of the time, people call us this name saboteur. Do you think we are really sabotaging anything? Or do you think that Kanu is really planning to bring Biafra and then we are sabotaging it?
The word saboteur is subjective. It depends on what you mean by that. Like, if I'm sabotaging a good thing, then I'm a bad saboteur. But if I'm sabotaging a bad thing, come on, what's bad in sabotaging an evil agenda? Like your second question goes, of course, you know, he is not fighting for our people. He's not telling them the truth. Whatever he's promising them is just like heaven on earth, which is just a utopia. No matter how good it sounds, believe me, he's fighting for nothing. Not for our people. The only person he's fighting for is himself, his family. Like you would have seen, check his photos before he started this fake struggle, and his photo. Now, go watch him now. The difference is clear. Then you look at the lives of our people before he started and the lives of our people currently. Look no further than the people who are following him. I myself, as an Igbo man who loves freedom, I'm the type of person I don't need freedom explained to me, because my life is all about freedom, liberty. I'm the type of person who that want to say whatever he feels like, and I want you to say yours. But let us have a simple debate. And if you notice in history, it's only tyrants and oppressors who hate liberty.
Ijele, you mentioned debate. There was a time Kanu invited some of us for. He didn't invite I and you for the directly, but we were heavily tagged to that debate. Why did you not attend? Because personally, I decided I will not attend his debate in his platform. If you want a debate, let us choose a place, maybe a country where we can be on the same stage and talk, not on his platform. But you, why did you not go? Because you are used to appearing in people's platform. Why did you refuse to go and then defend your position in that debate?
I will take it as if you just want to hear what I will say. Okay, let me tell you. All these problems started the moment he openly called for a debate. I was just hosting my own program. Some of his minions started coming, they copied the post and were pasting it on the comment section. And I was like, what's all this? Where's this coming from? He said he needs so people that they should come and debate, and his people, they've been bothering me, badging me. You come and defend yourself against our supreme leader. He's calling you for a debate. Unbeknownst to them, the person they are getting the fight for is not even ready for the fight. Because of that, it has been long since I used my Skype. And if you notice, there's a game he played there. He said you must give your Skype ID, knowing very well that most people don't use Skype anymore. Then, for that reason, I just went back to my Skype, reactivated it, changed it to my own picture. Then I told them, I don't want to go submit my details, and you said I did not submit. Okay, you people go submit it yourselves. They went over 200 entries on my behalf. They are witnesses to it. They are all here if they will tell you the truth. And I told them in my program that day, this guy will not host the debate. He will run away. As long as he sees my face, he will run away. At the end of the day, he canceled the debate. And that's, I didn't run away. Like, please, let me correct what you said. Not that I did not submit my details. I submitted. They themselves submitted on my behalf over 200 entries. And even as till date, he has not answered my call. Even when he said it's an open forum, anyone can call. He knows my number. He knows everything about me. Even on Skype, I use him to make a joke. Sometimes I will be calling him.
Yeah, Ijele, my personal experience that day was I was heavily tagged like you, but I know who Kanu he is. He know how to maneuver things. Then that day I decided to be part of that program, and it was on that program he said every Igbo elder must be lynched and strangled. He used these two words. What are your reaction when somebody like Kanu could stand up and tell his over 300,000 followers, because that's who they are. They are 300,000, even though Igbos are over 40 million people. So I know that 300,000 makes him think he has all Igbos following him. And whenever he writes things and then he sees like over 10,000 comments, I mean, this 10,000 does not represent even the smallest portion of our Igbo community. So what was your reaction when you heard that Kanu said, Kanu who is promising to bring Biafra to our people? Because most of these people, they decipher informations. They don't analyze it. They just swallow it, sink and hook and sink. So what was your reaction when you heard that Kanu was asking, directing his IPOB members to lynch every Igbo man that calls himself elder?
My brother, as you know, you are supposed to know him better than me, but I wonder how you guys are not seeing it. This is his modus operandi. This is his modus operandi. He always does this every time. Intimidation, threat, which is the classical definition of terrorism. Terrorism, when you look at the dictionary, it is using violence and intimidation to achieve a political goal. When I hear that, I wasn't focused on the statement he made because he's a loose cannon. He talks like a child. I'm not sorry to say it. He's a stupid guy. He's an empty brain dummy. I know the people who are writing the things he's reading off air. That's why you can't see him on the screen, because he's reading from an already made a list. So when he made that comment, I look back and why would he be attacking these people at this moment? You found out that it was because he wants to go into the mainstream politics. And having been someone who's been offering them advice for free, I once told him, hey, if you people want to be relevant in politics, you must do away with Ndi-Igbo first, because two kings cannot remain in a kingdom. If you are entering into a kingdom, an already existing kingdom, you must kill the king that is already there, or that king will run you off. So it's rang bell in my ears that this guy is actually making a play for Igbo politics. I wasn't focused on the threats because I know these are just empty barrels. These are just dots making noise, like Ezawo, we call them Umayobas, like an onion in hot oil. They'll just make that initial noise, char, and if they can threaten you with it, then you go back. And mind you, the people he's threatening are the people who understand him. I'm coming. Let me learn.
Yeah, that takes me to another point. There was a post you made. You said US, because I made the same post, but I think you went into details that his group was classified as group that destroyed churches and fight Christianity in Nigeria. How do you get that? And many people are wondering if that was true.
It's true. It's in the document. You can ask any member of the LNC. They possess that document because what Nnamdi Kanu is taking glory for, as to what he did that made Donald Trump want to send an envoy to Nigeria on behalf of Christians. Go there, check it. I think it's on the number 6th point there. IPOB was classified as one of the groups that attacked places of worship. So clearly, he was designated a terrorist in the document he is claiming glory for. So this is their modus operandi.
So how do you reconcile Kanu's claim of having support from Trump and all his IPOB members supporting Trump to this classification made by the US government of the fact that IPOB is one of the groups that attacks Christianity in Nigeria? So how do you classify I mean, there are two contrasting scenarios. IPOB believe that Trump is supporting them, yet the same Trump government has classified his group as a group people that attack Christians. How do you reconcile the two?
My brother, like I always call him, a stolen valor specialist. He loves going to take credit for people's works. And without knowing that he's actually scoring an own goal, again, I do call them own goal specialists. Those people that are saying it, where did they hear it from him? You know, they've been warned to not look sideways. They think linearly. And the only person they listen to is the criminal himself and other minions on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, who are talentless, zero talent people. The only thing they shout every day is "Hohe Biafra" without going into details. So because they are too dumb to even do their own research, they didn't even know that they were classified as that. And the stolen valor specialist, according to one of his representatives in the United States, he's basically a surrogate, Candy Stallworth, I think that's the name. She said it that this guy never went into the White House. He has never had an invitation to come to visit the White House. Hey, if he has it, please let him show it to us. Let him show us the letter and the acknowledgement letter he got from the White House. Again, this guy is just empty. He is a fraud. I have a personal issue with him, but this is not my personal issue with him talking. These are the facts I'm laying. Tell him to show you a copy of the letter he wrote to the White House, non-existent. Tell him to show you the place Trump called him or invited him to go and speak in front of the Senate, non-existent. Again, they just go there on a jamboree to visit the places as a tourist. Then they will leave. Before you know it, they will go online, start declaring victory, and you will have someone
so
like
that takes me to my next question. There is Kanu has been touting the fact that he has been speaking to the UN, he has been speaking to different government agencies, and I know you have really made your investigation. Can you tell people what is really happening?
My brother, unless that UN is a short form of Umunama. Of course, you may have gone to Umunama in my town. If it's the UN we know in Geneva, he only went there as a tourist. If you notice, when they are making videos, they didn't cover any place near the where the General Assembly gathers. The gallery. He never entered there. He can't access it. No one invited him, and he keep on lying to his people that it's a secret meeting. Meanwhile, the United Nations, you cannot have a secret meeting in the United Nations. Even the Security Council don't meet in secret. Even when they meet in secret, they will have people taking notes. They will have other witnesses. Meanwhile, who is Nnamdi Kanu to go to the Security Council? Who is going to invite him? As who? As a spokesman for the Russian president, or the Americans, or the British, or the French, or the Chinese? As who? He went there just like every other person. In fact, I have a friend who was there exactly that day Nnamdi Kanu went there. She may be listening to us now. Blessing is her name. Omoze, she was there, and that day she told me everything, and I saw it there. I still have the video here. If you had told me, I would have prepared myself with it. I never knew we would go into that. I would have shown you her own coverage of the whole place. And I'm not sure he even went into the art studio. That was as farthest as they went. The art studio, the public galleria, go through the lobby, front and back, and come out, declare that they've met with the United Nations, and Femi Fani Kayode, a perennial sycophant who is looking for
we will come to that now. Let's move to Nigeria. A few days ago, Kanu told his followers, though I made a comment on that because I think Kanu sits on a very large seat and very large dining table in England and eat fishes and meat the way he likes. He told his followers not to eat cow meat. What do you think are the implications? Do you think this advice should be adhered to?
That is if anyone wants to practice veganism, or it's none of my business. Again, I am someone who loves freedom and liberty. If he tells them not to eat anything and they refuse to eat it, that is their business, not mine. I have nothing to say to it. I have zero thing to say about that. I don't care. It's their business. My diet is my diet. Their diet is their diet. And if they believe they will follow whatever he tells them, they will swallow everything, hook, line, and sinker. That is their business. It's none of my business.
And in one of your posts, you said that they have been advised by their leader not to comment on our posts and leave us. And you find out that these guys are not leaving. What would be your advice to all these people who are all over the place? Because the moment you make any post, because we have millions of Nigerians and Igbos on Facebook, but at the end of the day, each post you make, you see like about 1,000 comments, and out of the 1,000, 900 are cursing you out, and then bringing Amadio and Thunder and threatening. Then you find out that most people don't talk, and I think that this 900 does not really represent the number of Igbos on Facebook, but the truth is most of them don't like to talk. They don't like to comment for fear of being threatened and causes. What is your advice to those guys that are not talking? And what is your advice because to this guy that Kanu have told not to comment on our pages again, to leave?
My brother, again, I'm not going to stop them. They are, they don't know how to call supreme leader a supreme leader. Most of I normally tell them this. I won't fail to say it. They have a collective IQ of less than 35. All of them. They do whatever they like. Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu himself that is telling them not to comment is coming with a fake account to curse out his father here, not me. These are the people you will. Please. They are, if you can deal with a bunch of 3-year-olds, believe me, you can deal with these people. And again, terrorism, which is using intimidation and violence to achieve a political purpose, is their hallmark. This is their trademark. Everyone knows them with this. I'm not going to.
That takes me to another question. I have used that word on Kanu.
Let me land. Again, okay. I'm not going to tell them to stop commenting. You comment rubbish on my page, I'm going to block you. Then those of our people, if you don't feel like you will comment so they don't come after you, you can join them, play their game. You can create your own second account. You know what I mean by second account. Or you comment. And please, if I must advise you, why would you even stop commenting because an idiot is going to threaten you? What would they do? Nothing. They are a bunch of noisemakers, loose cannons.
I used that word terrorism at times, but do you think, in your own judgment, we are right to use that terrorism on Kanu and his boys? I use personally because when you are causing terror anywhere in the world, and then somebody is praising it, you are advancing terrorist attack, because the word terrorism and terrorists come from the word terror. So and terror is from the word terrible. So when you cause terror, just like what happened in Germany, it was terrifying. The whole world watch and see how these guys disgrace our respected Igbo man in the person of Dr. Ekweremadu. It was an eyesore, something that never happened even before now. Even during the war and after the war, some people really stood by the corner. They didn't really support. But I have never seen an Igbo man being attacked in a foreign land. So to me, that was an act of terror. And then Nnamdi Kanu owned it and then praised it. So are you sure we are being fair to them when we use that word terror and terrorists? Do we have reasons to really believe that these guys are into terrorism and terrorist activities?
Please, I'm going to come out now openly. When they were proscribed, I told them the people who are responsible for it. And I told them, if they cannot allow you to protest in Nigeria, make sure they don't come to Europe. And the day Ekweremadu was attacked, I applauded them that day anyway, because that was I'm not going to lie. I'm someone that will always tell you whatever I told you 10 years ago. Ask me about it today, I will still remember it and tell you. Unlike IPOB, I have a pictographic memory. You know, IPOB people, they don't reason. They have a fish brain, attention span of a goldfish. But that's by the way. For me, I lauded them But I wasn't even going to support the killing of someone. I just wanted them to embarrass all these people. Let them know that they are actually not invincible, that they could be laid hand on. But that's by the way. When you talk about terrorism, the two key words there is using violence and intimidation to achieve a political purpose. And both of them, they've been doing it. They've been killing people in Nigeria. Prophet Nwoko for one, and other former members of theirs, which they will kill and pin it on a Fulani herdsmen. Because I keep asking people, where are these herdsmen that we don't even see the footprint of their cows? Or are the cows putting on shoes that we don't see them? Then intimidation. Look no further than what they do to people online. They will go and print many things, or they will just edit a clip and make it look as if you are saying something else. Now, please, you give me 1 minute. Let me give you an example. The other day, I was making a video. Some of them, they came with all these their nonsense, useless threats. I told them, hey, I'm not afraid of anything. You want to go against anyone, please, by all means do. But when you do it, the government will just pay maybe 10 million naira and someone will bring an information. Then I will start with your so-called supreme leader. And I'm not Nnamdi Kanu that boasts empty. No, I shoot real bullets. I told them, if you'd want to play it unfairly, no problem. The government will pay money and the information will come. I mentioned 10 million. Then I will start with Nnamdi Kanu's family. Now they went and edited the clip and made it look as if I say I'm looking for 10 million naira from the government. Hey, I've made more money than that before I turned 30. I've made millions. I've touched money. If I want to do a wet job, I know you IPOB dummies don't know the meaning of wet job. Go and ask questions. If I want to do any wet job, 10 million naira is small. How much am I going to use in buying arms? How much am I going to spend on surveillance? How much am I going to use in the execution? So how much will be left for me? And when you look at, compile all these things together, then they started calling their father a human trafficker. I'm not even going to glorify that nonsense. And the rubbish they've been saying.
Yeah, I was coming to that question because before we come online, I see some of your pictures circulating where they say the police is looking for you in Nigeria, and in one of there is another one with WhatsApp. I know it was superimposed because we know how this is work, but I want you to defend yourself. You said you were asking a lady who you brought to Europe to pay you certain amount. Defend yourself because yeah.
My brother, again, I am not going to glorify that nonsense. Please, you people have your branch here. How about you sue me? Sex trafficking is an international law. It's an international crime. So you can use the international law against me. You people have a branch here. At least I'm not going to take the words of a prostitute in Italy for anything. I want them to go there, go to the police, come and arrest me. Why? Because I want to make sure that I'm seeing who I'm going to counter sue. So again, I'm not going to glorify this with a reply.
Okay, Ijele, before I ask you my next question, I want to address something because after the destruction that took place in Indonesia, where some group of Nigerians went and destroyed the embassy, I made a video, and in one of those videos, I specifically said it was the IPOB. Now, I have gotten numerous calls from Indonesia. Some of them asking me to remove the video. Some of them telling me it wasn't IPOB. Some of them asking me why should I come to that conclusion. Now, I want to address something before I ask you my next question. The first, when that issue happened, we saw the video. I wasn't there. I don't live in Indonesia. I've never been in Indonesia. I don't think I'm planning to be there one day. So we were wondering, but there was no official comment of what happened there. But we saw that some people went on rampage, destroying the embassy. So I was coming for news to find out what really happened. And then Kanu made a post. And in that Kanu's post, he said, thank you. He was thanking his IPOB people for destroying the embassy in Indonesia. I know that some people in Indonesia are watching this video now. So I am addressing you. I'm telling you why I made that video. So they said it was, Kanu said it was his boys that did it. And he said, do more and we'll wait for Zoo in the court. Now, what is ownership of a crime? When something happens, if we go to court, one of the things we have to examine is ownership. Kanu owned that crime. He said it was his boys. So I made my video based on that comment. Now, listen, look at the logic. You believe in Kanu. Are you asking me not to believe him, not to take him serious for that comment? So if you believe that Kanu is saying the truth, you should believe that he said that. So in line of this argument, I made that comment, believing, because you believe in him, he owned your action. So I said it was the IPOB based on Kanu's claim. And then when these guys are, they said they are being persecuted and suffering, and they are blaming me. So I want to ask them, please ask Kanu, why did he own it? Why did he say it was the IPOB people? Because my video was based on that fact. So ask him, don't ask me, ask Kanu. Kanu, please, why did you own the crime and say it was us, the IPOB, which is part of the Igbo nation, that did it? So don't say I said it was the Igbos. Why did I say it was the Igbos? Kanu said, and I made my video blaming Kanu and his boys because that was what he claimed. Ijera, I don't know if you have anything to say to this before I ask you my next question, because I know you watched that video and you follow that trend.
Please, my brother, there's one of my brothers here, the person that actually received me when I first entered Turkey, Pascal, and he may be listening. He told me a story about a court case in their place. There are two men, two enemies, you know, when people hate themselves so much and they are open about it. Meanwhile, I love those type of enemies who hate you and make you know that they hate you. That way, everyone will establish their own boundaries. So they went to the court. One of them can speak English very well. They went to the magistrate court where they are resolving an issue. They were asking the other man. They asked him, "Do you want do you want your case to be heard in English or Igbo?" He said English. And when they were asking him, he was using words like correctly, exactly, yes, absolutely. Then the other person came. They asked him. He said, "I want English also," because his enemy spoke in English. They were asking him the same question. He was answering exactly, correctly, absolutely. At the end of the day, he ended up owning to the crime. He ended up imprisoning himself. So by the time he understood what he was doing, it was too late for him. So whether he sent them to do it or not, as a stolen valor specialist, he owned it. No one is going. If you are a policeman, why would you waste your time in further investigating who is responsible when you have a loud mouth on the media owning up to it? So he owns it. If you own it, it's on you. So he is the one tagging it on himself. He will carry it for the rest of his life. Whether he is the person that ordered it or not, he owned it. He owns it now. So I have nothing else to say about it. It's open. This is just
Ijele, are there things about Kanu that is okay for the Igbos? Is everything about Kanu evil and bad?
I can't tell you a single thing he invented. So there is nothing good I will attribute to him. Like some people will tell you he made them to be politically conscious. I'm like, wait, you weren't political conscious until 2012. What have you been doing? Have you been living at all, or you've just been existing? This is not my personal hatred for him talking. But if he is the one that woke you up politically, I'm sorry, you are still in deep sleep. You are still in deep sleep. You are just jaywalking. There is nothing. Okay, tell me what he has brought to our people, but other than misery and suffering. Where were we before he started this? Is noise making, and where are we now? It's very simple. Kanu works for Kanu and only him alone. Okay, show me a single thing he is telling you that he's doing. He told our people to resign from the Nigerian police and army. The sister is still in the Nigerian police. He
yes,
told
that will take me to my next question. That takes me to my next question, because in one of your posts and investigation, you said Kanu's sister is a member of Nigerian police. I wanted to reserve that question as my last question. So most of my followers don't even know this side of the story, and I refuse to make any post on that. I said the day I will talk about it is the day we talk face to face, because I think I learned that that aspect of the story from you. Then I made investigation. I saw it on internet, and but I said I will discuss it with you. I had wanted to reserve it as my last question, but having mentioned it, I wanted to share the light because I remember when Nnamdi Kanu asked Nigerian people who are in the Igbo people who are in the army to resign and go home. I condemned him. I said, look at this guy. You are asking them to go home. What are the plans? Because I remember what happened around before the general election, when Kanu was trying to hit up the policy to the point that the House has came up and started asking the Igbos to leave. Most people left, and without father, nobody helped them. Some of them left and never went back to North. I don't know if you remember, I think it happened in 2018 or so, when everybody, in fact, Nigeria was in the brink of civil war. But thank God, God took control. Some people started leaving, even if Igbos were asking them. When this thing was happening, Kanu was in exile. Kanu wasn't at home. So unfortunately, most people ended up suffering up to today. They end into suffering because of that move. Now, if Kanu is asking our people to get involved in things that we bring pens in to them, whereas he's in Germany or in London, and then now he did it, then people were suffering. He never helped them. There was no help for them. And then after a few months, he asked the Nigerian Igbo people who are in the army to go home. And then I and you condemn that, and people say, why should we say? What will you tell the people before we come to the question of his sister? What will you say to the people who are condemning us for asking Kanu to stop deceiving our people, bearing in mind that his own sister is in the Nigerian police and nobody is talking about it?
Please, I will need 4 minutes to answer this one, and I will run it very fast. It's supposed to take me more than 10 minutes, but I will use 4 minutes. It's actually worse than the sister being in the Nigerian police. Right now in their community, his brother, Emmanuel Kanu, is boasting that they own the police. It's actually worse than the sister being in the Nigerian police, Enugu Command. In fact, when the investigation of investigation into the death of Prophet Nwoko resumes, I will want them to start with the sister, because it happened in Enugu and she's in the Enugu Command. Right now in their village, Nnamdi Kanu's brother is using DSS to terrorize people. The new man in charge of DSS in Umuahia has told people to stop honoring any petition from Emmanuel Kanu. They will boast that they have the police in their pocket, and is at the office of the Commissioner of Police in Abia State. That ties Okezie Ikpeazu, the governor of Abia State, into it. Now, how can you be telling the people to leave the Nigerian military and the Nigerian police? One, your sister is still in the Nigerian police. Two, your brother is using the same Nigerian police to terrorize people, even DSS. They even go as far as using the DSS to arrest ex-IPOB members who want to go public with the truth. They will arrest you and they will tell you that before you get to the police that they will be there before you. Hey, guess what? By the time you get there, they will be there before you. And they are, how can you be condemning the Nigerian police and be calling them the zoo police? Meanwhile, they are like this with his family back home. He's using them to terrorize the people. You know, he's into stealing of people's lands in their place right now. Do not take it from me, take it from the people in their community. They held an election, their own candidates lost. Imagine, please, is IPOB so good that no IPOB member who stood for election in his community won a single post? That is because the people there know him, they know how he operates, they are the ones suffering the oppression. Again, on his call for our people to leave, watching Nnamdi Kanu, he is never close to wherever he's causing problems. Take Python Dance, for instance. He knew it was coming, the federal government made it open. Rather than telling our people to leave and go take cover for safety, he told them to stay there. Uchemefo, on the night of the attack, was telling people on air from the comfort of his home in London, a home being paid by the money they are stealing from the people. He was from the comfort of his home telling people to go there, defend your leader, defend your leader. Meanwhile, he knows that Nnamdi Kanu already left. So whenever he is causing problems, whatever he's doing, he must be from a safe side. And this is a family issue. Ask people. I can give you the number of Ezafara, the current chairman of his community, who was inaugurated yesterday. I can give you his number. You talk to him. He will tell you that even from the secondary school days, Emmanuel Kanu, they organized a riot. I wouldn't call it a protest because they were going to cause mayhem. Then on their way to the place, Emmanuel Kanu branched into a bank and stayed there. Told the people to go, that he's coming. So this is a family thing. It's from their family. It goes through their blood.
There is this allegation that after the attack on Ekweremadu or so, that one of Nnamdi Kanu's brother is now working with the state government or one of the state government.
That should be Uchemefo, not Nnamdi Kanu. That should be
Uchemefo. Okay, Uchemefo, yes. That Uchemefo's brother, and this is the same people calling. Let's get it very, very clear. Tell us who Uchemefo is, and then is it true that one of his brother now get employment or special duty with the state government?
He's a special assistant to a senator, Uchemefo's brother, and not just him. So many people, they are using IPOB to run a conduit into Nigerian politics, into the politics of Igbo land. One of their members is currently working with Hope Uzodimma in Imo State. Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu is there every day, calling him a Supreme Court governor, and your person is working there. Some of them are in other states' government, maybe not in positions that we all know, like a special assistant or whatever, but somehow they are getting money, getting contracts. Meanwhile, they are deceiving the people. Right now, let me say it again. They now want to go into mainstream Nigerian politics. And the Anambra State election is their target. Please mark it somewhere. They will always tell you to vote for the PDP candidate. Go mark it somewhere. Go mark it somewhere. These people, they are using IPOB as a conduit to get close to power and get involved with all these politicians, get money, get their payday, and disappear. Meanwhile, the people are there shouting, "All hail Biafra," putting their lives before fire, getting consumed, and no one will take care of them. Now, please, let me not forget. Do you remember when Nnamdi Kanu was shouting, "They killed my cousin Adaku, they killed my cousin Adaku"?
Yes, yes. It was all over the social media.
They raised money with her name, with her photo and everything. At the end of the day, Nnamdi Kanu, let me quote the girl's cousin. Nnamdi Kanu didn't give them 5 naira for the burial. They covered the burial expenses. Till date, they didn't give them a dime. They only called that guy to have a discussion with him when he wanted to come on my show and tell us how Emmanuel Kanu raped a girl in Ubakara. Ubakara is not far from Afaruku. Now, they reached out to him through the former Speaker of Abia State House of Assembly, Stanley Oniroka. They called him. It was on air. I was going to, about 30 minutes before the show was to begin, they called him and please, my people, ask yourself, what manner of person, what manner of human being covers for a rapist? Not only that, there is a girl, Doris. I don't know if she's watching here. Doris, they attacked her during the lockdown. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu was on air shouting, they didn't give people anything. The government didn't give people anything. Do you know what he get people in their community? 2 bags of local rice. And I'm sure that the bags are not even complete. 2 bags of local rice. The girl gave like, I think 50 or thereabouts. I'm not sure. But she gave something way, way bigger than Nnamdi Kanu and co. gave to their people. The jealousy and envy came to the extent that they attacked, more than 30 men attacked 2 ladies 2 Igbo ladies were attacked by the people who say they are defending Igbo people. The other girl, they stole her merchandise. You go to the Goko cleanser. Oga, come and pay me for your advert. You go to the Goko cleanser. About 40-something cartons. I think the price tag was 1 million plus. They stole everything, stole the engine of a minivan, stole the battery, burned the minivan, and they wanted to kill that girl, the Doris herself, with a shovel. Her friend defended it with her own hand. They cut her hand. She's still receiving treatment. Now, the girl, I have the voice note where she was crying to Uchemefo, begging, literally begging on her knees. I heard that got me angry. It got me angry. That was why I put her on.
You have unraveled 2 things. That one, Nnamdi Kanu's sister is in Nigerian, is a member of the Nigerian police force, and Uchemefo's brother is now working with the state government.
To a senator.
Now, what will you tell our people who refuse to be serious with their businesses? A few days ago, I was speaking with a friend in Lagos. He told me he wanted to buy a land, but he's afraid because of this, what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. This issue has created a lot of uncertainties in Nigeria, especially in the Igbo land. Ijele, what will you tell her? What is your advice to our people who are now abandoning their businesses, believing that Biafra is coming today and tomorrow?
Please, my people, now check. If Biafra is coming today and tomorrow, why would the World Bank, why would the IMF be giving Nigeria loans? Why would they do that? And if Biafra is coming, between Nnamdi Kanu and our brothers who are international businessmen, or our people in government, working for the American government, working for all these people, we have Nigerians working for the American government. Who do you think will know about it first? Nnamdi Kanu, somebody who is jumping from one hotel room with 2 women, from one hotel room with 2 women to another, jumping from one city to another, hiding and clubbing in high-end white-only clubs. And not that they are really white-only, but most people see there are rich white guys, people in the financial industry and IT guys who are well paid, moving from one place to another. Between them and Nnamdi Kanu, who do you think will know first? In fact, there is no way Nnamdi Kanu, in his intelligence, because he actually dumb, would know such a thing before me. How can you say that? Why would you even think about that? This guy is no businessman. He has not met anyone, no one of value, no one in a real position of power. He has not met anyone. He goes around taking pictures in front of the, if not the United Nations building in Geneva.
Yeah, that takes me to another question. There was one allegation we unraveled, and we made a post to it. I think yours attracted more comment than mine. We talked about Nnamdi Kanu recruiting a single mother from Zimbabwe,
yes,
to be an IPOP director. Some people say it is a lie. And I told them that, you know, that Kanu does a lot of things that seem unbelievable. What would you say? Are you sure we get the right information?
My brother, the Latin word is res ipsa loquitur. The fact speaks for itself. The facts are there. Unless you are telling me that the facts are not the facts, according to Andrew Cuomo, the New York governor, where he said the facts are not the facts. Please, the documents are there in the open, in the public domain. You can actually access it yourself. It wasn't just the Zimbabwean lady, single mother that lives in Manchester. First, it was a certain Sophia Kalu, a South African woman. And for her surname to be Kanu means that she is married to someone from around Abia State. Also, a South African woman. After that, the other Zimbabwean lady that I don't even know how to mention her name. But it is there. The documents are there in the open. Please, if you can prove the British document to be false, I'm going to delete my page. Since they want the page gone, they'll be reported.
Why do you think Kanu will be enlisting foreigners as directors of IPOB, does it mean he don't trust his people or he don't have enough Igbos? Because he keep on calling his members miscreant and saying that there is no black man that is intelligent. So when he said that, I think everybody is inclusive, including him too, or maybe he exclude himself. So why do you think he will be employing foreigners, enlisting them to be directors instead of his own people? And again, connected to the fact that some of his IPOB members are now living and exposing the scam that is taking place in IPOB.
My brother, please. Our people have this adage that a killer would never let you go behind him with a cutlass, whether sharp or blunt, because he usurped Uwazurike, who was his boss. He is afraid that the same thing will be done to him. He is not going to put anyone there when he is very far from the place to control things. For the same reason, most that the GOs, all those privately owned businesses called churches in Nigeria, the Oyedepo will never go to the house of his 2IC to eat, because he is afraid he may poison him and take over the whole thing. That is the same reason he didn't even trust Uchemefo, because Uchemefo is as deadly as he is, and he knows that both of them think alike. He didn't trust them because he doesn't want them to do the same thing he did to the other people to him. That's just my own logical conclusion to that.
Okay. Now I want to ask you a question, very serious question. I and you have made up our mind that not to be part of this scam. And then we are telling people today, we have like about 500 people watching this video. And a lot of people will still come back to look at this video. And then we're telling our Igbo brothers and sisters to join us in, denouncing this criminality and scam, knowing fully well that we may be exposing them to danger if IPOB finally get Biafra. Do you think we're exposing people if IPOB will get Biafra at the end, or are you sure we are on what would be your answer if they ask you this? Are you sure we are on the right track of telling people not to join IPOB?
My brother, I'm going to tell you this. If IPOB gets Biafra, they don't even need to kill me. I will hang myself live on TV for everyone to see. That is how sure I am about it. And he promised them that it will come this December. This December, if it happens, I am going to hang myself live on Facebook. All of those people that are afraid of coming out because they can get Biafra is a lie. The worst they can do is they attack you like they attack Prophet Nwoko and kill him. Please, if you want to come out in the open, meet me if you are afraid. And I'm telling you, no harm would come to you. He will not do anything. The only reason he was doing those things those days, killing people and getting away with it, is that those people were afraid of going public to the police, and maybe they are afraid of being tagged saboteur. Hey, what are you sabotaging? If you are sabotaging evil, you are doing a good thing. Please, my people, he will not do anything again. If he does it, hey, I will make sure that the federal government deals with him.
Okay.
To the full extent.
To my next question, because there is one question people keep on asking. They ask us all the time. I know that I will answer this question one day when I come to your own program, but I just want you to tell our viewers now, because a guest of this program. What is the next plan? What is our plan? Are we in support of Biafra or Nigeria? If that question comes to you, what are you telling these 400 and something people watching now? Where do we stand? Because we have been saying things and people want to know, what is your plan? Some people will say start your own, and start from either you support Kanu or start your own, let us join. What are you telling these people that says things like that?
Truth is, Biafra, no matter how good it sounds, it's not coming anytime soon. I've told them the condition they will meet. before they get it, and it's not obtainable right now. Another way is if you have a president in Nigeria that decides to kick these multinational corporations away from our country, that is when they will go and arm you, tell you to go fight a war of independence. Other than that, they are not going to do anything. Please go back to the Montevideo Convention of 1933. See the 4 criteria you need to meet before you will be given a nationhood status. Go and check it. Please read it. People, do your own research. Let this head work. This is a giant computer you are carrying. Let it work as one. Go check the Montevideo Convention. And one of the criteria you need to meet is that the people will have to split mutually on mutual agreement. Now, let's assume you want to put it to a vote. The North has 19 votes. And you can't assume you have the other 17 votes from the states in the South locked. No. Majority of Edo people don't want Biafra. Majority of Delta people don't want Biafra. Majority of Akwa Ibom people don't want Biafra. Majority of Cross River people don't want Biafra. Just like the rest of them in the South, just like the Southwest. Majority of them will not support it. So what are we doing? It's not going to work. Hey, it sounds nice. Everyone wants it, but let us face reality. Reality is different from what you want. That is what I always tell them.
Okay, what is the connection? Because oftentimes when you talk about IPOB, people think you're condemning, you hate Biafra. What is the connection between Biafra and IPOB? Are these two words the same thing? Are they supposed to mean the same thing?
No, it's just like saying that PDP or APC means Nigeria. IPOB is one of the groups agitating for the creation of a new state, Biafra. Ojukwu tried it. He didn't succeed with it. Other groups came, notably Mazob came. Then IPOB rose from the ashes of Mazob. So criticizing IPOB and the leadership doesn't mean that you don't want Biafra. Again, wanting Biafra is another issue on its own. But let us stop making it as if IPOB is synonymous with Biafra. No, it's just one of the groups. And as Providence may have it, their leader has overplayed his hand. One, he registered it as a private limited company. Then it used to be only one shareholder. Now I think it's four people. And how can you register an organization like that? My people, I don't believe anything that comes from that place. And that doesn't mean that I am attacking Biafra as a struggle. No, IPOB is on its own one of the groups calling for the establishment.
What is your take on Igbo presidency 2023?
We are not ready. We are not ready. And if we were ready in 2007, right now, Nnamdi Kanu and his stupid antics has taken us back to 1972. We are not ready. Let's say the truth. And in politics is transactional. Is the worst form of horse trading. You need to create allies. You need to build groups and support from outside of your zone. Right now, do you think we have done that? No. Do you think, hey, this is another thing that will make the Sabo son of a Hausa Fulani? Guess what? I'm going to tell you the truth. You may not want to hear it, but I'm that type of doctor. Again, I'm that doctor that will meet you. If you have cancer, I will not tell you, you have this one, you have these symptoms, you have that. No, I will tell you, hey, you have cancer. But these are the steps we will take. People, like 87% of people who went through this procedure, survived it. So you better prepare yourself. Let's go. That's what I tell my people. Igbo presidency 2023 is not attainable. It's not.
So, what now? Do you think, now that you say it is not attainable, in science they say nature abhors vacuum, and at every point in time somebody must be doing something. So if we are not preparing for, we are not working towards secession, we are not working towards 2023. What are we working for? What is our goal? Because at every point in time, every living being is doing something. What are we supposed to be doing towards 2023 and beyond?
We should focus on our zones, our region. Everyone, make sure that your state governor is doing what you people want. Let me tell you, if you people want to protest at your state capital, believe me, you will get the license, go through the procedures. Nobody is you think someone in Abuja, the president, will send the military after you? The answer is no. And there are other ways you can still do it and make the place ungovernable for your governor. You can declare one Saturday, maybe one of the last Saturdays of the month, usually cleanups. Everybody besiege your local government headquarters. Take Imo State, for instance. If you besiege every local government secretariat in Imo State in a day, one day, what do you think the governor would do? Nothing. He would hear you by force, and if he doesn't do it, you can actually start a movement to recall him. It's in the constitution. If we
are you working for Owazirike?
I've never spoken with Owazirike. I have no plan to speak with him anytime soon. In fact, I have my beef with him. I lost many friends in 2006 in Onitsha. That's what I'm trying to avoid right now. For the youth not to go give their lives for nothing. I'm not working for Owazirike, but hey, where I will criticize him, I will criticize him. If he says something nice, guess what? I'm going to follow it. I'm going to laud him for it. I'm not working for Owazirike. Neither am I working for LNC too. Neither am I working for LNC. I've not spoken with Tony Nnamdi. I know they are sincere with their goals. Hey, from what I'm seeing, unless they give me any reason to feel otherwise. I love what they are doing, but I believe the best they can get from it is a real restructuring program. That is the best they can get from it.
So, are you working with the LNC? And tell people, because most people don't really know what LNC means.
LNC is Lower Niger.
Are you working for them?
LNC is Lower Niger Congress, the people that made Trump to send envoy to, okay, he proposed, he wants to send envoy to Nigeria after the lockdown is over. They are the people that actually did that work. And please, go to my page, you see the document. You go to Article 6, listed IPOB as one of the groups that attacked a place of worship. They mentioned two
because we need clarification, because I remember in one of Nnamdi's live broadcast, somebody was asking him about his plans and strategies. Somebody was accusing him, of a guy from Imo State who reside in the United States was accusing him of not having strategy. And he claimed that it was his strategy that brought those people to Nigeria. So I don't know if you're aware of this claim.
Please file that under door. File it under stupidity. File it under nonsense. Again, he is a stolen valor expert. He knows how to take glory for people's work and how to absolve himself of blames from his own stupid mistakes. He didn't do anything. He never. The video is there where Tony Nnamdi was speaking to a congressional audience of U.S. senators and members of the House of Representatives in the Capitol Hill. Nnamdi Kanu was nowhere there. In fact, he wasn't even 5,000 miles near the USA that day. He was nowhere around the place the meeting took place. I know the people that went, even people from Southern Kaduna, people, the Christians from northern part of Nigeria.
So who are these LNC? Who made up the LNC? Because people want to know who are the LNC.
I don't know for sure, but I know some prominent figures there, like the Secretary General, Tony Nnamdi. Then Dr. Clifford Iranya, I think now works with them. And other people who were former members of IPOB, who were betrayed. These are the people who gave their time, their money, and everything, thinking that they are working with someone without knowing that they are working with a fool, a criminal, a common thief. It's because it's so low of him. Please, I will not fail to mention this. My people, Nnamdi Kanu was not arrested where he went to confront Buhari. He was supposed to go to Ukraine and purchase arms. Even people were waiting for him. I know the people who organized for those deals. I have the documents, some of the documents with me, and I have someone I'm not going to mention now, but I'm going to ask him to give me a photo of those documents. I will post it on my wall. He abandoned them in Ukraine. They were waiting for him in Ukraine. The criminal flew to Benin Republic, Cotonou, and snuck into Nigeria through the back door. We all know how you can cross from Cotonou to Nigeria through the semi border without stamping your passport. Ask him, are any of his passports, British and Nigerian, stamped at the airport in Nigeria? No. Did he come through Muritala Mohammed Airport or Nnamdi Square Airport? The answer is no. He snuck in through the back door and was with two women, two women in a hotel where he was arrested. Golden Tulip, if he says it's a lie, please let him match his 10 million naira. Let him match his 10 million naira and I will show him the clip. We'll go to Golden Tulip. I'll send someone to Golden Tulip to bring the tape and you will see it. He was arrested at a Golden Tulip, Ikeja Airport Road. He didn't go there to confront Buhari. No, he was running, and had he succeeded, he would have gone back and told them that they kidnapped him on the road and the whole money was taken. That was what he was going to tell them.
Today, Kanu was making a broadcast. I listened to him on my way from church. I was coming from the church. I listened to him, and one of the things he was saying, in fact, that was the topic of his broadcast, that there is one thing Nigerians need to do. And then, according to him, if they do that, every problem will be solved. The looting will be solved. Stealing will be solved. Coronavirus will be solved. The issue of restructuring will be solved. And he said that is to remove the mask from Aisha's boyfriend. He said that is the only thing. Do you think Kanu is running out of ideas and strategies? Because now, I mean, because he said he went to Mali and now cover his mouth and people couldn't see him. He said the only thing that can solve, some of these guys that are commenting, they watch the program, they know what I'm talking about, they had it. In fact, he spent a lot of time talking about, he said that is the only thing you can do to solve Nigerian problem. Just remove the mask from Aisha's boyfriend. But do you think Kanu is running out of idea? Or, I mean, do you think this simplistic approach can solve Nigerian problems?
My brother, I'm getting ashamed on his behalf because from where I'm standing, he's incapable of feeling shame. Please, Buhari went and met Donald Trump. He met Donald Trump. Are you telling me that a clone can actually get close to the president of the United States of America? Or there is a technology that a stupid idiot like Nnamdi Kanu is privy to, and Donald Trump is not? Look at this guy. The worst assembly of banality is found in this guy's mouth. There is nothing we haven't heard from him. If he's not looking at the leg, he's looking at the left ear. Look at the right ear. This and that. Where is the evidence? None. See, when you hear someone sounding like that, is because the person is bereft of ideas. His strength is out of track. He is just a drowning man looking for anything to hold on to. That's why he will keep on going to look for where there is any sad news in Nigeria and start using it to make videos. Sometimes when they didn't kill people, he will send people to go and kill people in the southeast. They will say it's Fulani people. Or wherever there is a murder, he would tell you that it's Fulani people. Again, you know the answer to the question you are asking me. You and I know that this guy.
Yes, that takes me to another question. To be fair, because I know you have spoken on this several times, and people say we don't condemn the killings in the Igbos by the Fulanis, that we talk about Kanu more than we talk about the killings. And I have my answer, which I will not give here, because I'm inviting you to talk to my followers. I would address it to them one day, or the day I'll be visiting your program, as I said. Do you think that Igbos are in danger of the Fulani killings as portrayed by Kanu and the IPOB?
The answer is no. Please, this doesn't mean that I am making mincemeat of the security situation in Nigeria. The security situation in Nigeria is so porous, and I still call on our state governors to do their job. The only job they have is to secure lives and properties of the people. I'm still calling on them to take it more seriously. But the danger as portrayed by Nnamdi Kanu doesn't exist. Remember, during the lockdown, wherever the police stopped maybe a truck or any vehicle coming into the southeast, whether they are coming from Lagos or from the north, he will be telling you that these are the fighters they are smuggling in. And I'm like, why would they smuggle 7 people inside a container when they can actually put them in a bus and remove every policeman, every law enforcement from the road and put them there? They can bring them under the cover of night. Why would they even use this mundane pattern? The head of army, the head of police, the head of navy, the head of air force, all of them are from the north. So if there is a danger, an invasion being planned by the north against the southerners, why would they even put the police on the road to stop them? My brother, I've done some businesses in Nigeria and I know how it's being done. If you clear the road and they tell you to go, believe me, go, you won't see any policeman on the road. You won't see any policeman.
Yeah. There are some killings. For some days now, we will always see a video of somebody lying dead in the bushes without the killers or the Fulanis. And oftentimes we are told this were done by the Fulanis. Do you think the Fulanis are not planting people, hide people to do hide and seek, kill and run away? Yeah, because IPOP keep on saying that all those killings, even though we know that there has never been a time when there is no killing, no such killing. We have people fighting themselves, people who poison each other and things like that. And people can also do things against their neighbors. But these days now, any of these things are seen as the works of Fulanis. What do you think?
Again, is the word of a man who is out of ideas. Now, let me use an analogy. Before now, the flu season kills people. But since the China virus came, every death, anyone with a high temperature that dies, they will classify it as a coronavirus death, the China virus death. That is the same thing. Now, ask yourself, where are now all those people that are dying from kidney failures, all the rest of them? They are all classified as China virus death. That is the same thing that's happening with this thing. Wherever this guy sees a killing, like the last 4, he was trumpeting online, have been proven to be false. Each and every one of them, the one in Uli, the one in Uguta, the one in Enugu, and the other one in Mbidi, all of them have been proven to be false. They have nothing to do with the Fulanis. And now, but you see why propaganda is bad, is counterproductive. When you keep saying this, and tomorrow, if the Fulanis actually do something, they will tell you, hey, this is how you people used to say it before, because you've been screaming blue murder since forever. That is why we need.
In one of my commentary, I was talking about the Alemajaris. I told them Alemajaris are victims of bad government. We must play as humans. We are human. I wrote a book I called Achieving Humanness. Is only animal. You know, when animals are moving, one of them drops dead, the rest continue to move. If animals are sick, one of them may remain one place and other ones, because they are not humans. So when we behave like animals, when we do the same thing, we are not humans. So that my book, the book I wrote, I say achieving your humanness. How do we become humans? Becoming humans is doing the things the humans supposed to do. So I was talking about the Alemajares. I have seen them. in Lagos and other places, Babeyala, Mecca, Babeyala, then I think these people are common people who are victims of the same problem, bad government and bad people in power. But these Alimajaris now are seen as people who are capable of having guns and killings. And our people are now treating some of them so bad, even though they are mostly beggars. I want you to really examine this. Do you think that these fears our people are having is real, or are we just ignoring the real danger our Lemajaris may pose?
Please, I will need 5 minutes to answer this one. Check most empires that ruled across both sides of the Mediterranean. The Greeks, okay, let me remove the Greeks, but the Italians, the Ottomans, the Arabs, they all had their footprints in the northern part of Africa. Then most of them streamed down south, which is even to the point of West Africa, whether we know it or not, because most of us don't even know our history. Even in Nnamdi Kanu, he started having problem with me when he started delving into black history, which he knows nothing about. These people lived under sultans, which were connected to the Ottoman Empire. They lived under emirs, connected to the Arabs. They lived under the French, who by proxy armed the Arabs before the British came. So they've been under a system of oppression for years, and they are the worst victim of high-handedness and evil form of rulership in Nigeria. I, for one, as a Pan-Africanist, I will never see a black man suffering without lending a helping hand. That is me. That is me. The Almajiri system does not benefit the northerners. No, it's their ruling class using the poor masses as their perpetual servants. And you know, Islam and Islamic fascism, which is what they are practicing in the north, loves a system like that. It cannot stand with an educated population. Now, let me go back to what led to the removal of Emir Sanusi from office. He was calling for an end of the Almajiri system, and they all turned on him. Now, you can imagine the positions these people are in. In southern Nigeria, I can actually, even right here now, I can actually tell the traditional ruler. I don't love using the word traditional ruler because there's nothing like a traditional ruler. I can actually name the king of my community and tell him, hey, this thing you're doing, I don't like it. You have to stop it. But you dare not do it to an emir in the north. So they are victims of the system that the Arabs brought into Nigeria, which the British...
Do you think they pose danger? Do you think they pose danger, or they will pose danger one day to the Igbos? Because most of the time you see this Almajari, I've seen the buses bringing them to the east, and then people gather and force them back to the car. They say they are terrorists, they are that. Do you think is a fair judgment, or do we bring them in to our own peril?
My brother, please, I can't tell you what will happen tomorrow. I am not the one that will tell you, I am sent by Elohim, Chinakoki Kabyama. He has told me to do this and do that. This, no. I am not going to pretend as if I know what's going to happen tomorrow. But life is dynamic. They could pose a danger. They could not pose a danger. And I am not going to leave it to chance. What I'm going to do is, I am going to make sure that my place is secure. I will keep my eyes open.
Okay.
Give them a benefit of that. 1 minute.
Ijele, in the next 15 minutes, we have few 15 minutes now to answer some more important questions. So I want these questions to be brief. Some people say you are from Hausa. Do you speak Igbo, Ijele? Can you address our people in Igbo? Because some people are wondering if you are really an Igbo guy.
Ndi-Igbo isi m sụọ. Ị chọrọ Abakaliki ka ị chọrọ Enugu ka ị chọrọ Imo steeti ka ị chọrọ Onitsha nke ị chọrọ. Ndị nke ị chọrọ Unem. ka m gwakwa unu abụ m ezigbo onye Igbo, bona fide Igbo. Ọ bụghị Igbo ndị nke anụ a shi Kalaba bịa n'Igbo like Nnamdi Kanu ha ọkankwube ashikwe Kalaba wee bịa ọ ya mere ha ncha niile ji agba ekpe and ịwọchị otu a ha sicha achacha ịma na ndị ọcha bụ na Kalaba ka ha nọ, ndị ọcha bụ na Kalaba and ihe a rara ndị ụmụ nwaanyị be ha nwụchacha ndị a na-achacha aṅarị over the years ha bido na-achazi ya efu ha na-acha. Igbo nke m bụ ezigbo Igbo, Igbo bụ Igbo and abụ m ezigbo omenala. Esoghọ m na-eje ụka, esoghọ m na-akụ isi n'ala, abụghọ m onye Jewish Shabbat adịm ekpu efere n'isi. Mmadụ pụta 1 minute.
Okay, Ijere has gone to bring her. Okay.
Ọ na-afụrụ ndị a na-ekpu efere a n'isi, esoghọ m na ya. Abụ m ezigbo onye Igbo. Igbo nke m bụ Igbo tọrọ atọ, Igbo daruru ana. Abụ m ezigbo onye Igbo and mma abụkwa onye Igbo ruo echi. Ana m ekwu ka onye Igbo, m ga-ekwugide ka onye Igbo wee rukwe mbọsị njekwu ndị nna nna m ha ụmụ m wee continue ebe.
Okay, Ijere, achọrọ m ka i were Igbo gwa ụmụnne anyị okwu. Ndị si na maka anụ o mere mma ma o mere njọ na ha ga-esi ya. Enwere ilu my grandmother na-atụ, ọ sị that na ozu ejiji na-enweghị ntị na-eso ozu ala n'ime ili. Ele ihe ị ga-agwa nwanne anyị because ọwụ ihe mwute na Kanu nọ na obodo bekee then na-eme ka nsogbu dị be anyị. O dupu ha, ọnwụ ihe ọ ga-enye ha, ọ ga-enye ha ngwa ọgụ, ọ ga-enye ha pepper spray, ọ ga-enye ha anything. Ndị bekee na-akpọ ya set up, then egburie ha ọkụ aka si lee ụwa bịa lere ihe na-emeni. Then at the end of the day, ọ mmadụ na-anwụ, ọ nne m, ọ nwa mmadụ na-anwụ, ọ nna mmadụ na-anwụ, ọkwanụ nwanne mmadụ na-anwụ. Ele ihe ị ga-agwa ndị be anyị ndị si na ha ga-esie otu ọbụla o siri dị? Maka ụnyaahụ ka o nwere nke kpọrọ m from Spain. Ana m epik this call na-aka nkụ, message na-aka nkụ, but mgbe ụfọdụ out of curiosity enwe mgbe mmadụ ga-eme ọ na-akpọ ebe ị ga-enweghị na-emesi ka ipikere kọlọ. Ofu onye Igbo ewere na-agwa m na ha ga-esokwe Kanu otu ọbụla o siri dị, ma ọ na-eme mma ma ọ na-eme njọ. Achọ nke iwere Igbo gwa ụmụnne anyị okwu nwanne. Ele ihe i chere, ele ihe ị ga-agwa ha?
Chee ka m gwakwa unu, ụfọdụ ndị agha na-ede na a ga-eso Kanu ma ọ na-emete na ọ na-emete, ndị na-ede na Facebook jeje nene ya ọfịka akaụntụ ndị otu ha. Ụfọdụ na-ede ya ahụ ịma na ihe ntị na-anụ na form the basis of your reality. Ọ ihe ntị na-anụ ka ụbụrụ na-eche. Mgbe ọbụla ị nụ datin, igwe ike ichezie na adị thousands na-ekwughị ma anọ ndị otu ha. Ihe ndị a na-arụ bụ 5G Yahoo on 5G level. Ọ ihe ndị anụ a na-arụ ndị mmadụ. Mana onye ọbụla kpachaziri anya nke ya wee sị na ọ na-eso mmadụ nwanne. Again, I like him freedom, I like him liberty. Onye a jee nwụọ, mana ka m dụkwa ndị nke obere anụ ọdụ. Efere ndị nke adịcha 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, biko jee nụchọ ihe unu ji ndụ na-eme. Onye unu na-egburu onwe unu adịghọkwara ede enwu. Ọkwa onye si na ọ dị ready sacrifice mmadụ 5 million oru ka adịa na the first 100 ọ naghị. Jụkwa na onwe unu ajụjụ na onye anụ unu na-echere otu a osikwa otu echere unu. Mmadụ one nwụrụ unu ka o jego jeje fụ ndị be ha. Mmadụ one nwụrụ ka o nyegoro ego. Ndị merụrụ ahụ enwe onye nye shishi, ndị nọ n'ime nga enwe onye ma one ha dị. Unu sikwa na unu na-eso biko ifuru ndị nke anụ arụgoro 35 gbagowe ha na-akụ adịmeghị mụ na ndị ahụ eji okwu. Ndị na-azọ bụ ndị nke ọbara ndụ anụ ọ na-apụ ọkụ n'ahụ. Ndị nke buru je na-eme obi kerere nke ụmụnne eji ọkwa na kerere nke anụ ọgụ. Unu tiwekwa obi kerere nke tigide etinye nwanne echi ndị amịpụta agbara unu tọgbọ. Ihe kriminal onye ori a ga-eme bụ o were pichi unu na-eti da cleaners. Biko na ụmụnne m, onye ọbụla n'ọrụ onwe ya doo n'ọnụ du n'ụlọ. Onye ọbụla sị unu jeenu sobe ndị amị si ya na-ebute ụzọ tinye ụmụnne ya niile den unu esobe ya n'azụ. Mana ọ bụrụ na onye ahụ anọghị ebe a gbara na onye ahụ ọsọ, gbara na okwu na ụka ọsọ, egbuchekwa unu enwekwu ihe ga-eme. By law ogbugbu egburu unu by Nigerian law ọ dịkwa justified even though not the wrong, but ihe iwu dere mụ na gị na-agba abụ anyị nwadere iwu a and mechọrọ ya ma ịchọghị ya ọ iwu a ji gị. Onye jekwe nne akpọ unu enu kpọọ unu na mmadụ na-akọ unu si ya na ndị be ha bụ ụzọ dị ebido na unu ga onye unu na-anwụrụ ọ ga-anwụkwara unu ihe abụbụ ndị Igbo anyị abụghị ndị ebu aga ọfọ dị n'ụdị n'ụdị nwoke ise bụ amụ ise nwoke ise bụ ọfọ ise.
Okay. Igeli, as we are rounding up, people want to know which state are you from?
Imo State. They have my details. Imo State. I'm from Imo State.
Okay, that takes me to another question, because if you find out Anambra people have rejected IPOB, and it's very, very clear and evident. The other day, people from other states gathered in their domain. This all happened. And then you will discover that Imo people, everybody want everything to happen in Imo. What will you tell our Imo people who are, because the IPOB now is about Imo. I don't even think it's in Enugu. Ebonyi people don't even have time for IPOB. Enugu people are busy. Anambra have rejected it after no election, no referendum. Elaine, what will you tell our Imo brothers who are now into this nonsense?
My brother, let me tell you, every scam dies in Onitsha. But I want to tell you this thing. Every political scam dies in Imo State. If they have gotten to the place where it's only in Imo State, my brother, forget it. Imo will know how to play politics. We are dangerous in politics. He will use that thing and make noise. If it's only Imo State, I will tell you, you have nothing to worry yourself about. You know why? We Imolites, we know how to run away from bullets. We know how to, like in terms of saying it, we will do this, don't worry, but when push comes to shove, we will want to always put you first. Believe me, Imo will take care of themselves. Imo State will take care.
Do you hate Kanu?
Yes,
do you hate Kanu?
Yes, I'm not hiding it.
Okay, people would like to know, why do you hate Kanu?
Okay, he has
in a very short, because we're about to round up the program. People want to know, why do you hate Kanu?
He has told his people to take down my pages several times, and those pages, I was using them to educate our people on many things: history, geopolitics, and every other thing, finance, every other thing. And I believe he's jealous of those things I was saying. Almost every good thing he did, he learned from me. Ask him, Nnamdi Kanu, one of the people feeding you what you are saying. He is in Australia. He's from Imo State, just like me. I know his brother. I've spoken with his brother. Ask him. Most of the things he's telling you, you are repeating on your broadcast, he got from me. He's my very good friend. And ever since I started this thing against Nnamdi Kanu, I've not called him. I even sent a voice note to his brother to tell him that I know he's angry, but I'm sorry, this guy brought this fight to my doorstep. Again, I'm somebody that if I want to fight you, if I decide to kill you with a sword, I will always come with two. I will give you one to give you a fighting chance. And I don't stab people from behind. I come from the front. You know that is me. If I hate you, I will tell you I hate you. So we established that boundary. Yes, I hate him. I hate him.
Okay. I try not to bring some political questions into this, but having said you're from Imo State, and I want you to, before our many audience, people are watching, how would you rate Hope Uzodinma?
So far, I've spoken with people around him. Again, that's my brother that used to give Nnamdi Kanu, that is still giving Nnamdi Kanu some of the good things you hear from him. He has told me a lot of things, and I've spoken with his brother. Then I have my friends who I never knew are already in the administration. Hope Uzodinma is too early to say anything, but the way he is sharing money to all these contractors, I hope they do the job. I hope they do the job. I've never spoken with anyone directly related to his administration, but I know he is giving them those things. But I want him to please take care of the teachers' salaries. Take care of the salaries of the teacher. Forget all these Yahoo men that came back. You owe them nothing. You owe them nothing. In fact, if I will give Hope Uzodinma any advice, these contracts you are awarding to them, you are giving to them, you can actually use it to blackmail them until you leave office. You know that they will not do this work. Hold them responsible. Just make sure you keep tab on all the money you give them. As soon as one day elapses and you balance very well in your office, then change all of them. If any of them makes noise, send the person to jail. Call them from Abuja.
Okay.
Open it, please. 1 minute.
Our brother
1 minute, my brother.
I thank you so much.
Hold on, my brother. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let EFCC open a zonal office in Owerri. Send the top 5. Send the top 5 amongst them to jail. Then the other ones will run away. They can't do anything. By then, you will get the goodwill of the people. However you got to office, I know it's not. I don't support it somehow. Believe me. But Imo is Imo. This is what we have. Increasing Ngige didn't win his election. When he became the Anambra State governor, guess what? He worked. Peter Obi came and used his blueprint to complete every other thing. Please work for the people and you will get their goodwill. It's that simple. Nobody will remember that you came through the Supreme Court. And please, hope because Obuha Supreme Court governor na-ewegi iwe. Oburu mu bụ opponent gị mkpọ gị owegi iwe nje ha ya helicopter na-efari ya n'elu were banner the Supreme Court governor na-efari ya. Those are petty politics. You don't need to care about them. Please work for the people. In 1 year, they will not remember how we got to power again. In fact, if anyone says nonsense about you, they will stone the idiot to death. That's what I have to say.
Okay. Somebody just asked me a question before I ask you the final question. Okay. He said he's an Igbo. He's not an Israelite. Do you think we are from Israel?
You mean my ancestors wore this on the head? You mean my ancestors
from Israel
on the head? How can you be from a country that was created in 1948? You can never show me any historical document other than the Bible that mentioned Israel as a state. You can never show me that. We are not from Israel. If we were from Israel, I would have seen my grandfathers wearing this on the head. I wouldn't need someone to come from Europe, the Ashkenazis that occupy the Palestinians that have occupied them since 1948 through their terrorist antics. Irgun was a terrorist organization. They used to take the land. They chased the British. And it was promised to the Rothschilds through the Balfour Declaration. Again, go check the Balfour Declaration. What we are giving you is history. It was the Balfour Declaration that gave it to them, not any god. So if my ancestors were wearing this thing, I would have agreed with them. But since we never wore this plate on our head, my brother, we are not from any Israel. We are Ndi-Igbo. If you want to check our ancestry, some Igbos are Bantu. Some Igbos came from Kemet. Some Igbos came from Kush. Okay? Forget this nonsense about all these plate wearers.
Yes. Ijele speaks. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough all the time in the world to continue discussing. We have a lot to talk about. More questions today. We just scratched it. I hope between now and the next 2 weeks we'll have time to talk more. I want you, before we round up the program, tell our viewers what are the dangers of continuing following Nnamdi Kanu and the benefit of not doing so.
My brothers and sisters, ever since he started this struggle, please, again, I go back to what I tell people, check the before and after photos of Nnamdi Kanu. His life has improved. Look at Uche Mefo. He now looks like a half bag of Sokoto beans. His neck like metal tire. Go and check him when he was begging them not to deport him. You will see that he looks like someone that drank pause. And you see his chin, the shape, and everything. They've been feeling fine. Now go and check our communities. How have they fared since he started this thing? You find out that only a small group of people are benefiting from this, which are the members, the leaders. I mean, the people that actually sold you out, not the ones that left. The ones that actually sold you out that are benefiting from the government, the PDP, again, the PDP guys are behind this to a great extent. They are helping, they are aiding in this thing. Please, tell me the only thing he has given you other than misery. Other than misery. keep on promising you that is this year. He told you that if Nigeria had any election in 2015, that you people should stone him. I've never seen anyone that stoned him once. Everything he's giving you is just false hope. Please, what you should do is channel this energy. Those of you who are millionaires and billionaires, do you actually think that you will go to your local government chairman and tell him, hey man, you need to work on this road, and the guy will insult you? Who is he? You use your own money to work for your own community. You are a billionaire. If the local government chairman is not working, spend 10 million naira and you remove him in office by organizing his recall. INEC will recall him.
Okay, Ijele, I thank you so much. I called into this program because I'm sure you are not doing this for anything. You are very compassionate about the Igbo's position in Nigeria.
Personal
I have watched several of your videos.
And personal attack also, don't fail to mention it. Personal hatred is involved.
Yes. And despite the fact that we have been attacked several times in different ways, but we have made up our mind we are not going back on this. Not because we hope to be reimbursed. I spend my personal money on
Me
this.
too.
Likewise, my brother. I'm not in Nigeria. He's not in Nigeria. So we are not doing this to be part of the government tomorrow. Our concern is you guys that are in Nigeria. My grandmother said, when you are warning the head and the head refuses, when they cut off the head, the ear goes with it.
Yes.
If you look at what is happening today, you will see that there is danger. There is a problem. Everywhere. And that is what we're crying for. We don't want a repeat to what happened in the late 60s, stroke early 70s.
Yes.
People were, a lot of people died. At the end of the day, they said there is no winner, no vanquished. But we know there were winners. There are people that are vanquished. Yes. Our people were given 20 naira each to start life. We suffered a lot. And the whole world came together against us. Apart from Gabon, who stood beside us. Even Cameroon was used as an open door by the French. And the same thing is happening again. Some people think we want to fight, we want war. The truth is this: we cannot go into war that we are not prepared. Yes. 60s, wars of 60s is not the same war of this century, 2000s. The air power is there. We have, how many cities do we have? We have Owerri, Onitsha, Enugu, and Omahia.
The machine goes up.
It will not take the federal government 30 minutes to reduce these cities to rubble.
Yes.
Because we will be going to this war unprepared.
Yes.
So my brother, who will be the victim? It is our mother. They are our mothers in Nigeria, our fathers, our uncles, the disabled, the children, the pregnant women. Mind you, Nnamdi Kanu will never return back if there is war in Nigeria.
Never.
I don't think I'll be returning back if there is war. Likewise, Ijele. But what about our people? So when you think the best thing is for us to do is war, there are two ways of getting a nationhood. It's either through negotiation or through war. And the true war never worked. Look at Libya. Libya used to be like a city on a hill, so loved by many. They were comfortable. Everything was going for them. Unfortunately, today Libya is like no man's land. Look at Syria. The same thing. Nigeria will be worse than Syria because we have different, over 250 ethnic groups. And within these ethnic groups, there are different numbers of people who are ready who there are different groups of people, and there are many types of religion. So just think about it. Nigeria will be reduced to nothing. Igbos will be reduced, and who will be the most victims. And one more point I want to raise before I give my brother time to make his final remarks. There is this notion that Igbos are being marginalized. Yes, but how? The common man is not being marginalized. The marginalization is happening on the high echelons of power. And that is why, if you go to Kaduna, who are the traders in Kaduna, it is the Igbos. Go to Jos, the Igbos. I keep saying it. I love to visiting Benue State. Oh, it's one of my. I have a special attachment to Benue State. I don't know why. I love that city. I love Benue State. And in fact, precisely Boko. When you go there, go to Makode. It's the Igbos that are traders there. Go to Boko, the Igbos. Then let's come back to Lagos. Let's come back to the West. How many markets in the West that you think, even in their domain, that the Yorubas are controlling, is the Igbos? Then talk of the Igbo nation. How many markets did the Hausas have? They have only very few places in Omahia, Night Mile, Amawasa, and then this just very few people, and then we want to be hostile to them. Think twice. We are humans, and we say we are Christians. My brother, let your emotion not bypass your reasoning. Reason like a human being. Let us think twice. Let us not allow ourselves to be victims and prisoners of some people's obsession to power and money. This is what is happening. You may like Kanu. I don't have problem with that. Kanu is just like I see him now as a figure, just like you have Suleiman, Apostle Suleiman, having people who follows him. That is it. You have people who follow Saji Guru Maharaji in Ibadan. That is for him. You have people who follow Olumbo in Calabar. That is for them. You have people who follow Kumuyi. You have people who follow people. You can like him, but please, let us now distinguish between this likeness for the Nnamdi Kanu and what we want as an Igbo. Let us not plunge our community into war, and let us stop attracting this hatred for our people. If Yorubas rise against us, Nnamdi Kanu will have no solution for you and I. Think twice. Thank you so much. My name again is Prince Oke Emezu. Don't forget to follow me for more of this. So I want to give my brother Ijele. I want to know your full name and then your closing remarks.
Again, I'm a known person. My name is Chukwukachi Zoromo Febu. And let me use this opportunity to tell those fake DBS that gathered and were hitting their phone. They got the share the chahu no mafum no nine na yara. Tonda bobuchaku unu nine. Negodafa unu na bo one Chukwuka nke bochi zorom the son name of Febu unu nasu fake oshishi unu jinana so tonda bobuchaku unu nine. Ihe ndị asụ ya n'Igbo ama m na unu agụcha ha akwụkwọ na ada n'oyibo. Asị m na onweghị unu ga-emetenwu kpekem ike nke m karịrị ike nke unu eji m ọfọ wee bịa nkiri mmọnwụ. So please my people, do not let anyone fool you. In this day and age, you can actually make calls. Hardly you see anyone who doesn't know someone in any major country. If they tell you it's happening there, please call someone there and ask the person and verify. So people will not keep on leading you people astray. Do not let people lead you astray. You are just serving as a cannon fodder. This is not what Igbos are known for. Do not let anyone sell you any nonsense because of a promise of fake freedom. Like my brother said, when they are talking about marginalization, please separate the needs of the elite from the needs of the common man. Let the elite fight their own battles. Just make sure you get what is yours. Start getting involved in your communities. Who is your ward chairman? You don't know. Make sure you go to the PDP meetings, APC meetings, ABGA meetings. Gather your people, get involved politically. These people are how many? You can actually start a political movement. It doesn't have to be a political party. Start a political movement in your locality. That way you will be the people driving the policies. You will be the kingmakers without even breaking sweat. You have the numbers. And if you don't allow them rig election in your wards, no one will rig your elections. And to those of you that are getting angry, stop wasting your time. None of the things you people are saying are getting to me. Go and copy any nonsense, edit any video. I am not worried. Stop wasting your time. Use that time to take care of your families. Take care of yourselves. You will come here and say, hey, poor man, you are not richer than me. I've made millions and I'm still a millionaire. So I don't know where your problem is. I don't know where your problem lies. Go and get yourself busy with something. If you didn't see your name in any post, please shut up and let the person who was mentioned defend himself. Stop carrying another person's headache. You people will just die for nothing. I'm insulated from stress. I don't know where people are getting this. He has begged. Who begged? I don't beg. This battle, I am willing to draw it to 4 years, of which I know you, by that time, most of you, your eyes will be open. Stop wasting your time. This guy will offer you nothing. Yes, I hate him, but I would never lie against him. If you can prove a single thing I said about him to be false, believe me, I will delete my page. I will delete my page. This is what I'm telling you. I will delete my page. Do not let these people fool you. 2023 is coming. Prepare. Whether you like it or not, that election will come and go. And I saw someone that wrote, since 2017, has he visited Trump? Buhari visited Trump after winning his re-election in 2019. So start from this Jubri Al Sudan nonsense. Erase it from your memory. It's not true. Always research. Read books. I've told you people, I keep on recommending books. If you read this book very well, you will be seeing a criminal like Nnamdi Kanu from a distance. This is a propaganda by Edward Bonnet. This is Hegel. Phenomenology of Spirit by Hegel. What? Hegel's Phenomenology of Spirit. Go read these books. It will help you. These books will help you. Spend your money on books. Spend your money on things that will elevate your mind. Know what consciousness is. Let your Igbo-ness show. Your Igbo-ness is understanding yourself very well and being in tune with nature. Why do you think all these nonsense fake Dibias, they were calling to hit your phone on the ground? Hey, if it was easy to kill me, many people would have killed me a long time ago. Guess what? It's not working. Let us spend our energy in things that will be beneficial to all of us. Stop making noise. Like all these people that are promising you, they will do this to me, they will do that to me. Do you know what offer I made them? That none of them who is in Turkey would call me with his private line and go scot-free. So if they can't do anything to me, what makes you think they will do anything to the Nigerian government? That is food for thought. Thank you, my brother, for having me again. I am Mazi Chukwukachi Zorom, the owner of the page Ijele Speaks. Like it's there down there, you will see it.
Thank you, Ijele, Mr. Chukwuka. I really appreciate you. Our viewers would wish we continue, but unfortunately, we must end it here to do some other things. We thank you so much. We love you people. We love our country, for that is the only country of our birth. For now, I live in abroad, and each time they ask me, where were you born? I will say it's Nigeria. So we have to at least protect where we are coming from now. I thank you so much. Ijele is a wise guy, very intelligent. He's very knowledgeable of what he's saying. I hope to invite him on this program on one of these days, and I hope also the day I'll be visiting his program. I'll be a guest to his program. I'll be inviting you to. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Let us be wise. The Bible says, pray and watch and pray for the hours coming. So I want every one of us, open your eyes, watch and watch and watch. Don't let anybody to deceive you. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday night. Bye-bye. God bless you.
Thank you.
Ejere, thank you so much for coming
Thank
to
you, my
this
brother.
program. I hope we meet again here next time. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.